I say yes, Lord, yes, do your will and do your will. I say yes, Lord, yes, I will trust you and obey.
Basically, the motto in Dio, people have their social structure is the Poro Bush Society, which is somewhat witchcraft, but also somewhat social structure.
Typical Africans.
Yeah.
They use these things
Yeah.
for witchcraft practices.
What Pastor Moses was telling me is that, say, before 1950, in the old days, if a Mano and Gio village wanted to establish a new village, in the old days there was a practice of human sacrifice.
You start in a new town, you have to bury a virgin.
They would take a niece of the person who wanted to establish the village and bury them alive.
Alive.
And plant a cottonwood tree on top of them, and that would be the establishment of that village.
Because the town is planted with human beings, therefore human beings will increase in that town.
And you went through a lot of Mano and Gio villages, and many of them had a big cottonwood tree right at the center, an old one. And usually that's an indication that this is an old village, and that was a tree that was planted at that time. A lot of the witchcraft and a lot of the bewitching people and stuff like that happens in relation to that tree.
The story behind it is horrible. It's horrible.
During the war, Moses went back to Lapia and started the Baptist church there. They're doing very well. They probably run 250 to 300 on any given Sunday now in a village of about 4,000. In the last 2 years, he says, it's been really intense. A lot of witchcraft, a lot of children involved with it, and some of it's been brought to light. And so the leaders in that church and in that area got together and began praying about what to do.
When a lot of revelations came about that they were setting the witches and wizards were using these trees against us, so we decided to fill this thing.
So they went to the leaders of the village, and the leaders at first said no, but then they kind of challenged them with the idea that if the tree is so powerful, why can't it protect itself? And why can't the witchcraft, why can't the medicine protect itself? They wouldn't allow us to cut it down. And so the chief and some of the leaders in the village said, well, you're right. It will not allow you to cut it down, so you can try if you want to.
We did it March 27 after we had prayed, fasted, and prayed for.
They got a couple of guys with chainsaws, and a bunch of the men went out there, and they started trying to cut it down.
And Brother Scott, it was a piece of wall. This kind of heavy tree, they could not fall. I mean, it went and stick.
They worked for 15 hours straight, all through the night, and they cut it down.
Even when you cut it,
it wouldn't. We cut the other side, on that side,
yeah.
And it got just stick like that.
Wow.
And we started praying. We prayed. When it went down, it was a great thing down here.
Yeah.
The chief were very upset that they cut it down. But their response was, the powers didn't prevent us. I thought you said you wouldn't allow us to cut it down.
But it's more powerful.
They were expecting you to get it.
They didn't expect it. They expected that.
So they've been going through a lot of spiritual warfare there, and for them, they view it as a huge victory spiritually. He said in the last 6 months or so many of the young people have been coming to the church and confessing that they've been involved in the witchcraft and turning their life back over to God.
This was a stronghold, so the stronghold had been destroyed.
Praise God.